This area is known for having lots and lots of lakes and great bass fishing, but did you know that this area is also great for fly fishing? And we're not just talking trout. Here to tell us a little bit more is Chris Lazo with Blue Ridge Fly Fishing Company. Thanks for joining us, Chris. And I said your last name wrong still. Say it for me.
No worries. It's Loazo.
Loazo.
It's
Okay,
wild
there
and
we go.
crazy.
I'm just going to call you Chris. How about that?
Sounds great.
Okay, so you're with Blue Ridge Fly Fishing Company. You have an office here in Chattanooga, and you also have one in Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Yes.
But tell us a little bit more about why we don't think about fly fishing here in the Chattanooga area.
Well, I mean, traditionally, the conventional gear is the bait casting and spin casting, and fly fishing tends to get a bad rep. Maybe it comes across a little hoity-toity. It's basically out of Europe where you see it, and so the English kind of made it a little too posh, I think, and made it feel unattainable for the everyday person. And so that was kind of always my experience when I saw it, in the movies and stuff. It looked beautiful, it looked gorgeous. Trout don't live in ugly places. And so I always was drawn to it, especially when I was hiking and exploring kind of the area around Tennessee. But it always seemed like the knowledge to go from just a regular spin casting rod, which kind of everyone's got a little bit of experience with, to the fly rod seemed like a somewhat unattainable gap.
Absolutely.
In knowledge. And so I just was very fortunate to be working with some guys that also fly fished a little bit and got them to drag me out, and I was obstinate enough to stick with it in the age when YouTube didn't have anything but cat videos,
Right.
So,
When you can't get YouTube certified.
yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about what you're able to do for people like me. So I love to fish, but honestly the thought of fly fishing does terrify me because I don't know the first thing about it.
Right, and one of the first things that we started doing was we do a 101 class, so a free class every first Saturday of the month. Okay. And so that 101 class is something that we try and distill all the you can get nerdy on anything, right?
Right.
You could get overly complex on any passion. But with fly fishing, everyone always sees it as that complexity first and foremost, and so we try and distill that down to
break it down
to the core basics and explain it a little bit more in the fact that with fly fishing, at the end of it, it's fishing. And so you're just dealing with a different tool. And so with fly fishing, you're casting a line, not a lure. And then it presents the fly at the end of it. And so with that, we just walk people through kind of a 101 classroom setting, and then we move on to stepping outside into the front yard that we've got there on the North Shore, and we'll do a big casting course.
See, you made it sound so easy. You're just casting a line. I'm like, oh, I can do that.
Absolutely. It's a blast.
And you do guided tours as well. And is that
Yes.
for the beginners or all levels?
I mean, we take, I don't know the percent, it would probably be somewhere in that 60% of people that have no experience whatsoever.
Perfect.
And we're actually somewhere in either the second or third largest guide service east of the Mississippi for
Wow.
fly fishing.
That's awesome.
So
So what are we fishing for in this area?
We fish for the beauty of where we're at is we have every species that you could think of just about. We've got largemouth bass, we've got smallmouth bass, trout. We're obviously known for trout, and very often people think that fly fishing's only on the surface of the water.
Okay.
And fly fishing, we can fish very, very well, 15 feet down and all the way up. And so we've got little fish. You can throw in the Tennessee River a little lure, a little fly that's an inch and a half to 3 inches long, and you could catch a small panfish. And then the next cast could be a bass,
Right.
and then it could be a striper.
You never know what you're going to get.
And it's a grab bag of super cool fish, and we catch catfish. I mean, like, people don't think you're catching catfish and freshwater drum and all sorts of things.
Now, for those that maybe have been fly fishing for quite a while, you're able to be a one-stop shop for them with
Absolutely.
all kinds of equipment and even able to do guided tours to their level of expertise.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
So tell us the best way to get in touch with you, to learn a little bit more, and sign up for these one-on-one classes, because that's what I need.
Absolutely. So we've got our shop located at 205 Manufacturers Road. So we're right in that the old antique mall, the knitting mill. So it's now called Signal Mill, and we're right there between Foodworks and Edley's Barbecue.
Perfect.
So we do that first Saturday of every month. We also do a fly tying night every Tuesday, and we'll have 5 to 25 people in the shop. Last night we had a full house, and it was a blast. And we have a lot of fun events kind of throughout the year and throughout even the months. And we also have a online store, so BlueRidgeFlyFishing.com.
Okay.
Our social media, you can see all kinds of cool fish pictures. So.
All right. So we're going to find them on social media, on Instagram, of course, definitely.
Absolutely.
And check them out online to sign up for those classes and figure out those hours. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to
Thanks
go
for
fly
having me.
fishing now. I'm not so scared. You
Awesome.
helped me break it down.
Great.
All right, stick around. We'll be right back on Let's Chat.